Hey y'all, we're going to go over 7 things that you can do to make your website easier to buy from. We're going to be focusing on the homepage today. And easier to buy from seems pretty self-explanatory, but in reality, you just want to keep people on your site, right? So you want to build it with them in mind and with your bottom line in mind. And let's get into it. So first and foremost, you are going to want to focus on a clear navigation. Right? As your website pops up on their phone, on their desktop, it's one of the first things that they're going to see. Now, let's give a couple examples of clear navigation. Mailchimp.com, local hometown hero. Intuit bought it, but they're so cool. Okay, so first off, products, right? So typically on the left-hand side is where we're going to see the most popular places that people are going to go. People build their websites with that in mind. This is the most popular. It's number 1. It's the first one that people are going to see. Then resources, inspiration, and ultimately pricing. Now, on the right-hand side, sign up for free, log in. That's where the action happens, okay? The top right-hand side of your website, that's where you want the cart, that's where you want book now, that's where you want the action items, okay? And things that we're going to focus on today, it's going to show you kind of how like Amazon does things and how smaller, prettier brands do it, which is similar to Amazon, but with a different aesthetic. So ultimately, we don't have to recreate the wheel. We're just going to talk about instances why things are done the way they are and how you should think about your site in a similar way in order to get more people that are coming in to the checkout. Okay, cool. So let's go for another example. Muchacho, again, local Atlanta restaurant. Simple. We've got menu, number 1. Second, events, private party, catering, gift cards, and then right-hand corner, we've got that action item, pickup or delivery. Okay, cool. Let's go into Slutty Vegan. Now they do a little something interesting here. They've got a top, a top menu, and then they've got the main navigation. Now the top menu, especially if y'all have a Shopify site, typically that's where we see kind of the announcements or something like, orders over $50 get free shipping or something timely like Mother's Day is coming up, Mother's Day sale or something, click here. So they used it a little bit differently, but we're going to focus on this bottom menu. So the number 1 thing, location, right? They are really just catering to the fact that people that come to the site, they want to know which location they're going to, where they are, and what's closest to them so they can go try the food. Second, questions about menu. Far right, order now. Okay. Another example. Have you guys heard about Milk Bar? I don't remember where I saw it, but I saw it years ago, and I knew that they were super dope and doing cool things, but I knew that they had cakes and that they shipped cakes places. So on their site, see, now they're using the top announcement bar, just for a little message. And okay, looking at their navigation, you've got shop. Cute, right? You hover over it, it shows you the image, and then what we're going to assume is their number 1 top seller, cakes. We've got the pies, the cookies, cake truffles, ice cream, gluten-free. Now, it is super important to spend some time and be really thoughtful about how you are putting together your navigation, how you are categorizing your products, how you're grouping them together, because you've got to approach this from a customer perspective, and Milk Bar does a great job. So not only are they showing you their most popular products first, like, here's where I think you want to go. I made it so fast. I made it so easy for you to get there. So easy for you to order. And they're showing the visuals, which is like, looks good. They did a little something interesting here, the gluten-free section. So you know that there's gluten-free cakes, there's gluten-free little cake truffles, which are also included in this section and this section. And at one time, they might not have named the gluten-free stuff out as its own little section, but what does that do to people who are looking for gluten-free stuff? Cuts their time in half, right? So shop gluten-free. I pick out what I want. Boom, checkout. You got to think about how people are coming to your site. Why are they coming to your site? Second example of how Milk Bar is killing it. Shop by occasion. They know that these treats people are ordering for a special occasion, right? Not all the time, but a lot of the time. So they know Mother's Day is coming up. They're focusing on that primarily. And then birthday, I'm sure they got some cute card options or, send a note with it. Cookie gift shop, corporate bulk gifts. And then they walk you through also, if you're looking to buy something for somebody, like, yeah, gifts under $50. That might be helpful. Gifts under 100. Like, yeah, I kind of know walking into it what I want to spend on a gift. And, I've heard about Milk Bar. They'll be excited to receive that gift. So you've got to think about not only how your customers that know exactly what they want are going to get there and kind of the benefits or the categories that they're going to be looking for, gluten-free or by ingredients or, by occasion, etc. But also, you got to think about how just somebody that met you at the farmer's market, where they might want to go. You got to think about this section too as like kind of a nudge. Like, oh, this is cool. Oh, they categorize it by what's new or bestsellers or staff picks or something, right? Like you got to kind of guide people as well. Just a big open room with all the products kind of laid out on a screen. That might work if you've got 5 products, but it's a better approach to kind of see where the traffic lies and what patterns are there and make it easier for people. Give it a name that they understand. Oh, gluten-free. Okay, this is where I go for just the gluten-free stuff. Or gifts under 50. Okay. Okay, here's a fun one. And I say it's fun. I think it is. Okay, Carvana. What are most people going to want to do as soon as they get here? They're going to want to search the inventory. Do you have the Hyundai Sonata in gray with the leather? Do you have it? Yeah. Then maybe you want to sell trade, right? Our second most popular, financing, and just the car finder. How that differs from search cars, not sure, but I'm sure it does. Okay. And let's go into just a real kind of, Amazon is the example of what sells, what works. This is the layout, okay? This is the layout. Now, we're not Amazon, right? We're not competing on price. That's not what we do because we would lose to Amazon, okay? We got to think of ourselves as brands and we've got to build our website as such, right? If we go into it thinking like, if we just stick to this kind of clinical, just label it, kind of make it work way, we'll sell some stuff, but we don't want to compete with Amazon. We got to give a little extra something. So, check out what they do. They got the list of everything that they've got. A huge search bar. Why? Because people are going in to Amazon looking for electric lawnmower, whatever, enter. And then cart in the upper right hand. No. So are we following Amazon exactly? No. But what they do works, and we need to be looking at that. Okay. So that was a little bit on navigation. Make it clear, make it easy, make it what's popular goes number 1. Okay. Let's see what's next. Value proposition. What is your value proposition? You've probably heard it. What the definition is. Here's how I think of it. What makes you cool? What makes you you? Why are you dope? Why do people buy from you? Why should they? Why are you awesome? Why is your brand the coolest thing that's ever happened? Why would they pick you over somebody else? Right? So, how do we clearly convey our value proposition on a web page? Well, number 1, we've got to think about that top section, right? As soon as the page loads, we've got to communicate our value proposition in that little area, either on the phone, on the tablet, on the desktop, what we call above the fold. In newspapers, right? Like Above the fold is the top part where the biggest headline is. The most salacious, fanciest. Ooh, what story do you need to read? And then you unfold it to see the secondary. You know, what's interesting, what's cool, but the top part, big, bold, interesting. Now, in websites, you really got to treat it like nobody's ever going to scroll down. Some people will, and we've got stuff for them. But you've got to treat it like nobody is. And it's like 80% of people that just stay right there. It's really astounding. That above the fold section, that's where we're living. That's where we're focusing. So, value proposition. Why we're cool, why we're awesome, why we are who we are. Now, how do we communicate that? Visually, right? And that's our next little point. With a hero image, hero video, and also with some text. All right, so let's go look at some examples of how people are kind of just displaying their value proposition. All right, let's look at Muchacho. What does this say? Food. They sell food. Okay, cool. It's got a flavor to it, right? Just the logo alone, the coloring, the font that they picked, it's got a vibe, right? I'm gonna name a year, 1977. I don't know. It's got kind of a vintage, fun decor. You can tell just looking at the website, like it's gonna be aesthetically pleasing when you get there. Okay, cool. Slutty vegan. Hold on, they got a little video that plays. All right. Are you gonna play for me? Okay, here we go. So. Hero image, hero video. Now, some people think that when I say like hero image, hero video, we want the product to be center stage. Well, we do want the product to be involved. Obviously, we want people to know that like Slutty Vegan, yeah, plant-based burgers, plant-based food, plant-based menu. But also, what do? They're showing the food, for sure. Ooh, looks good. Looks really good. It's sexy, it's crisp, you know, the images are nice, beautiful. They're showing the employees, they're showing the company culture. They're showing people in line. They're showing people having a good time. They're showing people enjoying it. Look at that, right? And then what's the text? Bangin' plant-based. So visually, they're showing exactly what they're about. You don't have to do a video, but this is a good example of like, just a ton of different shots. And then the text space, you know exactly what they sell. Okay, so in the 1, 2, 3, if I'm just looking as the page loads, do I know what they do? Do I get the vibe? Do I get it? Yeah, I do. I do. Awesome. You get that done. You're halfway there. All right, let's look at Milk Bar. Okay, so the text made to make mom's day. Again, they are really updating the website quite a bit, and they are focusing in on an event that is happening quickly. So, I mean, they're doing well. They're killing it as far as like online marketing goes. But do we get the vibe? Cakes. Oh my God, don't you want to be the favorite child? Isn't love beautiful? Yes. Made to make mom's day. Okay, I get it. Love it. Ribbons of strawberry jam. Yeah, they're using the nice language. They're doing it. Let's look at Mailchimp. Okay, so I love this guy. Okay. So let's assume that he is he's a customer of Mailchimp, right? Like he's in the hero image. He is, you know, putting this together, and then he's going to send an email to shoppers using his creative assistant. And what is his emotion? What is his vibe? He is sharp and getting splashed with water and wearing chains and, you know, rocking a nice mustache. So it's effective to me. And then I think that where they really do a great job, very succinct, turn emails into revenue. Yep. Over 13 million businesses rely on Mailchimp, blah, blah, blah. You can too. Yeah, great. Murdering. Sorry. They're really doing a good job. Okay. Carvana. Whatever your budget will drive you happy. Okay. Shop thousands of cars in your price range. They're talking exactly to me, right? Love it. Now, this image, you see the customers, the potential customers, they're enjoying it. I'm seeing myself in this, like, oh yes, cars do make people happy. Look how excited the kids are. And then the car, although it's in like the foreframe, it's almost secondary because I'm looking at these people first. Then like, oh yeah, they put a halo over it. It's a little angel car. You're never going to be happier. This is the best thing. Now, obviously, they have a big budget for graphics and whatnot, but you got to be thinking, how do I put my ideal customer in my hero image and allow people to feel what it's going to feel like to use my product, right? Like, you got to show people kind of what to expect. And Carvana's doing it well. Okay, so let's see. Let's review real quick. Hero image video. All right, next, primary call to action. And again, this is all within this. As soon as the page loads, we're getting all this information. So the primary call to action is typically a button, right? You want it to stand out and it's where you want them to go. So how do I know where I want the call to action to go? What's your best-selling product, right? That should be kind of the driving force of where you want people to go. Typically, that's where most people are going to want to go anyway. If you've got, two clear, pretty evenly sales revenue generating sections or maybe service lines, right? You're going to want to split them up here. So it would be totally okay to have two different, buy or sell. Now you might expect that on Carvana, but here's something interesting. Nerd alert about Carvana. They derive a lot of their revenue, not from the buying and selling of cars. Sure, they make money on it, but where they really soar is in their financing. And that's why you'll see that they are trying to get people into this pre-qualified button. Now, if they just had this pre-qualified button here, they're going to lose some people because we want people to be able to search vehicles because as a consumer, that's where I want to go. So they're doing both, right? They again, that strong blue, they want to get people there. That's their moneymaker. But they also know that a lot of people are coming to the site just to search vehicles. So they're making kind of two options available with a focus on one. Okay, so let's see what other people got. Okay, Slutty Vegan, they kind of break it up. And looking at it, order now is only going to be for local people, right? Shop now, you can be anywhere in the US and shop now. So I like how they split that up. It's even, right? One or the other. Where do you want to go? I get it. Makes sense. All right, let's look at Milk Bar. Pretty simple. Shop now. Vibe, navigation, Mom's Day, shop now. All right, cool. Mailchimp, easy peasy. They're doing the same thing that Carvana did. They want you to sign up, but as a consumer, what do I want to do? I want to know what I'm getting, how much it's going to be, et cetera, et cetera. So they put that there, small, little, but they want you to sign up now, okay? Okay, so let's move on. What's the next one we've got? Just went over primary call to action. Next, we're going to go into the benefits section. Okay, so now as we kind of cruise down the homepage, typically there's a point in the homepage build out where people are like, what else do I put on here? Like, I've got the image, I've got the button, I put a couple of products, what else goes on the homepage? Well, you're going to want to walk people through how to interact with your brand. You're going to want to think about what their fears are going to be, and you're just going to want to walk them through it. Okay, so it's what I call a benefits or a kind of what to expect section. So do it all with Mailchimp. Get your business online. Okay, market your business. Will help you. Here's where they go into kind of what you're going to get when you get this product. Reach the right people, audience management tools, create better content, explore the content studio, automate your marketing, right? They're just going through bullet points of like why we're awesome. Okay, now let's go into, let's see, is there anything more? Oh, here we go. Okay, so here's another like very clearly defined benefit section. You got the little icons, or you might have a picture here, and then a title, and then a little blurb. So award-winning support, get what you need, 250 app integrations, why it's cool, a directory, blah, blah, blah. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Let's look at Carvana. So a little bit of information, and then how buying from Carvana works, right? Again, icon, title, blurb. Deliver your pickup. Highest quality cars. Finance with us. Amazing. And they do it again. They do the 3 again because it's pretty, right? Looks good. You got the icon, you got the title, blurb. Simple, right? All right, let's look at some kind of consumer brands. Get some products. Okay. Why choose Milk Bar? One-of-a-kind treats, award-winning, thoughtfully packaged. I don't know about y'all, but if I'm going to order a cake, one of like my questions or worries is, how is it going to arrive to my house? Like, I imagine just like cake everywhere, like shaken up in a box. Like, it's not good. So right on their homepage, they're already addressing that. What are some questions that customers always ask, that people are always worried about? Put that in here. Or conversely, if you're writing a handwritten note with all of your orders, or you're doing something a little extra special, call it out. You know, call it out. Yeah, talk about yourself a little bit. Okay, and let's cruise down to, let's look at Slutty Vegan again. Book the track now. Okay. Okay. So let's continue. We've got the benefits section. Next, we've got social proof. Okay. Social proof. How many of y'all have been on a website and it sounded good in the Google search? You were like, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Click. And then you get in there and you're like, if I order this, I don't think it's going to arrive. Like, this does not seem legit to me. So social proof is one of the ways that we just convey and earn trust. So one of the ways that we can do that is a very classic example. Hold on, let's get into it. Amazon. What are they the king of? There you go. The 5-star review. Not just the 5-star review, but how many people reviewed it. So if you see something with like, yeah, 1,000, 4-star reviews, you're like, ooh, that's the one to get. You trust it automatically. You're like, yep, 1,000 people can't be wrong. And you might even go read some of the reviews. Like, yep, that's going to do it for me. So in e-com, right? And let's give you a different example. Milk Bar does it a little bit more subtly. 30,000 5-star reviews. Some of the best sellers. Here we go. You can do the product review. Now, you can also call out places that have talked about you, magazines, blogs. You can do customer testimonials, like, show a picture of the customer if you can. Also, another thing that people do, let's see. They will call out, thought it was here. Yeah. Okay. They'll call out companies that they've worked with before. So if you're doing, big events or, catered lunches, not catered, boxed lunches or something like that. Yeah. Talk about your customers, right? Testimonials, customer reviews, the logos that you've worked with, stuff like that. All this stuff, just kind of points to, you're not going to be the first buyer of this company. If you order this, it will come. People have tried it and it is trusted and it works. That's important. That's important. And just a quick couple other mentions of like things that are going to build trust or really break it down. Spelling issues on your website, buttons that don't work, stuff that just doesn't work, doesn't make sense. even photos that are blurry. Like, look at your site like a consumer, and if it looks sketch, it essentially is sketch, right? So do what you can. Okay. Moving on from social proof into a secondary call to action. Primary call to action: buy now, shop now, sign up for financing, right? Order now. The truth of the matter is, out of 100 people that visit your site, only a handful are going to buy right now. And that's your conversion rate, right? So out of 100, you might have 2 people, you might have 5 people. So how are you keeping in touch with the rest of the people who liked you enough to visit your site? They checked it out, they looked around. What can you do to entice them to purchase when they're ready, or maybe give them a little bit of more information? Okay, so here's why we've got friends and family members with inboxes with 100,000 emails. Because we've got so many sites that do the sign up here for, invite Milk Bar to your birthday party. Tell us your birthday. Receive a special treat. Get 10% off. Or here's a good one. Earn free treats with our loyalty program, right? These are all excellent ways to kind of continue the conversation, to give people more information. You could do, a guide or a PDF example of something that customers struggle with as they're shopping with products like yours, or something like that, right? Where you become the expert, you've got their email, you can, market to them in the future, but just keep yourself top of mind as you send them an email, every couple weeks, every couple months, however you like to do it. Let's get one more. That's a real kind of classic example. Sweet deals, click here. Ooh, I'm a sucker for a rebate. Okay. Your email, your mobile phone, and then they email you. Then you got full inbox. All right. Or the chat with us, right? That's a popular one. Get you an answer right away. So secondary call to action is, okay, not ready to buy. What else can I do for you? What else can I provide? The easiest one to kind of try out is the coupon. That's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. All right. And then last but not least, test. Try some stuff, see what works, see what moves your conversion rate up or down, and then keep doing it. Keep trying it, keep testing it, make it clearer, make it easier. Ultimately, I think that the big takeaways are that you got to think from a customer's perspective, and you've got to look at your site as though you would be buying for it. Would you buy from it? Would you get it? Would you understand it? Listen to customers' feedback, look at the data, and make changes accordingly. Awesome.